What's up guys, Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. You guys already know this channel. This is the YouTube channel in which we talk about the market, but we do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as I do it Mondays through Thursdays, I want to make a quick stock market update. I want to break down some technicals going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, which happen to be the most important indices of the United States stock market. And at the end of the video, I am going to break down 6 stocks that will be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session. So without further ado, let's get started. And I am starting this video, guys, way earlier than I usually do because we are having such a boring day in the market. So let me show you. We still have 53 more minutes in today's trading session, and the 4 major indices are pretty much flat as of now. The Russell 2000 is down 0.26%, the Nasdaq is up 0.13%, S&P 500 pretty much breaking even, up 0.01%, and the Dow Jones is down 0.20%, and this was expectable, guys. And if you remember, I said this in yesterday's video. I think that today's trading session was going to be, I said that yesterday. I told you guys, I think that tomorrow's trading session is going to be a boring one because we are waiting for the CPI data that is coming out on Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't think, I said yesterday that I didn't think that the markets were going to do much today because everything is going to depend on whatever the CPI report reflects tomorrow. So if we happen to have a reading at 0.08% or above, you guys can be absolutely sure that tech stocks, higher multiple stocks, and growth stocks are going to take a hit 100% sure. However, if we happen to have a better reading from an inflation standpoint, let's say that the report shows that the inflation during the month of May was 0.05% or below 0.05%, I think that is going to be the excuse, the ingredient that both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 require in order to reach a new all-time high. So everything is going to be decided tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want to show you something, guys, because as of now, we have the 10-year Treasury bond below 1.5%, which is very convenient for higher multiple stocks. But take a look at these, guys. I wanted to show you this. Take a look at the 2 best performing sectors inside the S&P 500 month to date. So in this case, we have real estate up 5% in the last month, and the best performing sector by far is energy. XLE is the ETF that tracks the energy sector in the S&P 500, and this ETF is up month to date almost 7% or 7.07%. So on one hand, we find the 10-year Treasury falling below 1.5%, which is good news from an inflationary standpoint, but on the other hand, we find 2 sectors that typically benefit from an inflationary environment, such as energy and real estate, outperforming the other sectors inside the S&P 500 in the last 30 days. So this is going to be a tough one. I mean, anything can happen tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think that the fate of both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 is going to be decided tomorrow, as I just said, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when it comes to the S&P 500, this index is pretty much breaking even as of now. It is up 0.01% and it is trading at 42.27, so we are pretty much at the same spot that I broke down in yesterday's video, guys. From a resistance standpoint, what's out tomorrow for 42.30, 42.35, 42.36, and from a support standpoint, we're looking at 42.16. And in the case of the Nasdaq 100, I guess that there is no much to say either. So the Nasdaq 100 is trading as of now at 13,843 points, and it is up just a bit, 0.23%. So let me pull up here the 1 hour chart. And yeah, we are pretty much at the same spot that I broke down in yesterday's video, guys. So the most important area of support for tomorrow is going to be 13,750 points. And from a resistance standpoint, we have to keep a close watch on in tomorrow's trading session to the 13,900 points, which was an area in which the bulls of the Nasdaq 100 failed in yesterday's trading session, but they also failed earlier today, 13,900 points. So there is no much to say when it comes to these indices. And now let's go ahead and take a look at Wendy's, guys. What is going on with Wendy's? Wendy's is going down today 11%, and it is trading as of now at $25.52. And take a look at the RSI, guys. The RSI of Wendy's, the Relative Strength Index, it went yesterday up to 90%. Unreal, guys. Take a look at the RSI of Wendy's. The highest that the RSI of Wendy's had gone in the last 6 months was 72 points. And in yesterday's trading session, this indicator went up to almost 90 points. But well, Wendy's is getting a deserved haircut in today's trading session, and we find the RSI at 50 points. So I want to pull up here the 1 hour chart, and what would be a plan for me in order to take a trade on Wendy's, guys. I would be more than willing to pick up some shares of Wendy's tomorrow, obviously, if this stock happens to pay a visit to the $24. And take a look at this, guys. $24 coincides on the 1 hour chart with the 180 SMA, but it also, well, $24 is also a previous area of resistance that already acted as such for the bulls of Wendy's back on December of last year and also back on May. In mid-May of this year. So I think that if I happen to see Wendy's tomorrow paying a visit to the $24, that is going to be a spot in which I am going to pick up some shares of Wendy's. And I am thinking about a scalp trade, guys, because take a look. If I pick up shares of Wendy's at $24, my price target is going to be $25.50-ish, which is an area that acted as a lower support in yesterday's trading session. So let's say that we pick up some shares of Wendy's, a lot of shares of Wendy's actually, because I am talking about a scalp trade. Let's say that I pick up 400 shares of Wendy's at $24, and Wendy's bounces back up and pays a visit to the resistance, to the former area of support that I just told you guys about at around $25.50, we are looking at a 6% profit. And the RSI on the 1 hour is at 40 points, so we can make the case that if Wendy's happens to pay a visit to the $24, the RSI is going to be even lower. And as I always say here on the channel, guys, that is going to increase the likelihood for the bulls of Wendy's to find support at a previous area of resistance and then bounce back up. So in my case, I am going to keep a close watch on Wendy's at $24-ish. And now let's go ahead and take a look at Wkhs. As of now, we find Wkhs going down today 7.18% when we still have 30 more minutes in today's trading session, and it is trading at $10.80, and this stock went absolutely bananas yesterday, guys. Context Logic went up yesterday 120%, absolutely unbelievable. So what am I thinking about Wkhs, guys? Take a look at the RSI. Just like I just said in the case of Wendy's, the RSI of this stock went up yesterday up to 92 points, and as of now, the relative strength index of Wkhs came back to earth and we find it at 52 points. So I am going to zoom in here on the 4-hour and take a look, guys, at how Wkhs, when we still have 29 more minutes in today's trading session, is trying to find support at the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart at around $10.90, $10.80. So let's see how Wkhs can close today's trading session, because if Wkhs happens to be able to close above $10.80, and if tomorrow I happen to see some sort of consolidation of this stock slightly above $10.80, which is a price that coincides on the 4-hour chart with the 180 SMA, but it also acted as a lower support for Wkhs back on May 11th. So I am going to be picking up some shares of this stock in tomorrow's trading session, in which case my price target in order to close this trade is going to be $13.31. And why $13.31? Well, because this is a price that already acted as a resistance for Wkhs back on May 6th, but it also acted as a support for this stock back on April 26th, and it also did it back on April 12th. So from $10.80-ish up to the level, up to the area of resistance that I just told you guys about at around $13.31, we are looking at a 17% profit. And you guys might ask me why I don't take this trade right now. Well, because we are pretty much in power hour. We only have 28 more minutes in today's trading session, and usually when it comes to power hour or the last hour of the trading sessions, we have a low volume. So this is not a good moment, in my opinion. I am not a person that likes to take trades or that likes to start any positions when we only have 20 or 30 more minutes left in the trading session. So this is going to be my plan in the case of Wkhs. And mind you guys, if this stock happens to open tomorrow below the support that I just said, $10.80, watch out for Wkhs maybe paying a visit to the $7.80 or $8, which is a previous area of support that already acted as such for Wkhs in 1, 2, 3, and 4 occasions before. So this is going to be my plan when it comes to Wkhs. And mind you guys, if any of you is bullish in this stock at a long term, I think that Wkhs is trading as of now almost 70% of its high. So if you did your due diligence, if you did your own research work, and you believe that this company has a great future ahead of itself, what are you waiting for? This is a 70% discount, nothing to sneeze at. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Clover Health. Clover Health is going down as of now 20% when we still have 25 more minutes in today's trading session, and it is trading as of now at $17.52. And when you say, or when someone says that a stock went down 20%, that is terrible, guys. I mean, if a stock drops 10% or more, we are talking about a correction. If a stock drops 20% or more, we are talking about a crash. So we can make the case that Clover Health pretty much crashed in today's trading session, but hold on, guys. This stock went up yesterday 215%. Oh my goodness. We have seen so many crazy things lately in the stock market, guys. This is absolutely unbelievable. So I am going to pull up here the 1-hour chart. Let me pull up the 1-hour chart. And what would be a trade that I am going to be willing to take in the case of Clover Health? Well, if Clover happens to pay a visit tomorrow, because as I said before, I don't like taking trades during power hour or when we have less than 1 hour left in the trading session. So if tomorrow Clover Health happens to pay a visit to the $16, approximately $15.80, all right, which is an area of support that coincides on the 1 hour chart with the 50 SMA, I am going to be willing to pick up some shares of Clover Health. And mind you guys, that price, $15.90 or $16, not only coincides with the 50 SMA on the 1 hour chart, but it also acted as a lower support in yesterday's trading session. So if I happen to pick up, I would say in the case of Clover, I am going to be picking up 100 or 150 shares of this stock at $16, and if so, my price target is going to be a former area of resistance for Clover at around $18. $18 acted twice as a resistance for Clover Health in late December. So from $16 up to $18 approximately, we are looking at a 13% profit, nothing to sneeze at. And take a look at the RSI of Clover Health, guys. The relative strength index of this stock went up yesterday. It went up to 98 points. Unbelievable as well. And as of now, we find the RSI at 55 points. So obviously, Clover Health got a very well-deserved haircut in today's trading session. So watch out tomorrow for Clover Health potentially paying a visit to the $16 and finding support over there. And now let's go ahead and talk about Wkhs. Wkhs is going up today 7.83% when we still have 18 more minutes in today's trading session, and is trading as of now at $16.75. And we can clearly see, guys, that the bulls of Wkhs are having a very hard time at $18. They are still struggling at that area. So where could potentially Wkhs go if the bulls of Wkhs happen to take on $18? I'm thinking, guys, that the next stop for Wkhs would be $21. $21 is a previous area of support for the bulls of Wkhs that already acted as such back on January 21st, and it also acted as a lower support in December of last year. So from $18 up to $21, we are looking at a move to the upside of almost 17%, but that's not a trade that I am going to take in the case of Wkhs. However, if tomorrow Wkhs happens to pull back, and if I notice that this stock happens to find support at around $15, which is a previous area of resistance that already acted as such in several occasions in the recent days for the bulls of Wkhs, that would be an area in which I am going to be willing to pick up some shares of Wkhs. Not a lot of shares, guys, because I think that if Wkhs happens to break that support of $15, it could easily pay a visit to the next important area of support at around $13.20, which is another area of support that already acted as such in 1, 2, and 3 occasions in recent days. So in my case, for me, in order to pick up some shares of Wkhs, I need to see this stock paying a visit to the $15 and finding support over there. And let's not forget that $15-ish is also a previous area of resistance that already acted as such for the bulls of Wkhs back on April 1st. So let's see what happens tomorrow, guys. I think that either Wkhs bursts above $18 and fills the gap up to $21, which, as I just said, is not a trade in which I am going to be involved with, or let's see if Wkhs happens to pay a visit to $15, and if it happens to find support over there, I am going to be picking up some shares of Wkhs. And now let's go ahead and take a look at good old AMC Entertainment, and this is going to be live reaction, guys, because we still have 12 more minutes in today's trading session. And what do you know, guys? Yes, I picked up some shares of AMC Entertainment this morning. So I purchased 50 shares of AMC Entertainment. And by the way, guys, I called this out through our Instagram stories. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Bilingual Stock Market. So I purchased 50 shares this morning at $49, and as of now I have an unrealized gain over here of $75. So what's my plan when it comes to this trade? Let me pull up here the 1 hour chart, and guys, I am thinking that the second AMC happens to burst above this 50 SMA, on the 1 hour chart that has acted as a critical area of resistance throughout today's trading session, it is going to fill the gap up to the next important area of resistance for AMC Entertainment at around $58. So in my case, and since I picked up shares of AMC at $49, $58 is going to be my price target, in which case I am going to be locking in a profit of $14. However, if AMC Entertainment happens to break the lower support of today's trading session at around $48 or $49, I am going to be willing to pick up more shares in order to average down this swing position that I just showed you at around $45. Let's not forget that $45 is a previous support for the bulls of AMC that already acted as such back on June 7th, and it also acted as a lower support back on June 3rd. So that's my plan when it comes to AMC Entertainment, and I am sticking to my guns, guys. I don't want to be involved with AMC Entertainment above $58. So what's out tomorrow for AMC Entertainment? It looks like it is going to close. It is very likely to close today's trading session slightly above the lower support of today's trading session at around $48. And I think that tomorrow AMC has a very fair shot of bursting above the 50 SMA on the 1 hour chart and filling the gap up to the $58, which again is going to be my price target in order to close this swing position. And let's go ahead and take a look at the RSI on the 4 hour, and it is at 50 points, guys. So I think that the second AMC bursts above that 50 SMA on the 1 hour, it is going to be off to the races. And GameStop, let's go ahead and take a look at GameStop, guys, because GameStop is about to report earnings, and I am hoping to see GameStop pulling back after having reported earnings. As of now, GameStop is going up 1.16% and it is trading at $304. So let me zoom in here on the 4 hour. We still have 8 more minutes in today's trading session, and I don't know, guys. I think that GameStop should pull back after earnings. Take a look at what happened after GameStop reported earnings back in March. GameStop dropped, let me see over here, GameStop dropped 44%, guys, after having reported earnings back in March. Well, that would be a very aggressive drop, right? That might not happen. But what about GameStop dropping down to $243? Which is an area that has acted as a lower support in recent days on 3 occasions. That would be a spot in which I would be willing to pick up some shares of GameStop, $240. And can GameStop pull up after earnings and maybe, reach $350, which has turned into a very critical area of resistance for GameStop, because this price already acted as a resistance for GameStop back on March 10th, and it also acted as a resistance for this stock yesterday. So can GameStop pull up and burst above $350? And I mean, this is a meme stock, guys. Anything can happen over here. But if I had to put money on the table, if I had to take a gamble on a possible outcome for GameStop after having reported earnings, I would say that we might see a drop down to, I would say, the $247, $250, which is going to be a spot in which I would like to purchase some shares of GameStop, and with GameStop I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Hey, by the way, let's go ahead and take a look once again to the indices. What is going on in the S&P 500 as of now before I close the video? Because we still have 6 more minutes. The S&P 500 is trading at 42.21, and the Nasdaq 100, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So yeah, it is trading at 13,824 points. So tomorrow is going to be a huge day for the United States stock market, and with the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, GameStop, and the meme stocks, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember guys that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel we are posting these stock market update videos Mondays through Thursdays right after the market closes. So if you want to get the notifications of all of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to the channel, but you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. On our Instagram account, we are posting news and information on a daily basis, but most importantly, I am making call outs about the stocks that I am about to buy throughout the trading session. So if you also want to have access to that information, go ahead and follow us on Instagram as well. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the market. We do it in English and Spanish, so you can pick your preferred language, but most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow once again after the market closes. Peace out.